Hiya, my name's Rebecca. I'm a vlogger from Newcastle and today I am spending pretty much the whole day in Ouseburn, so come with me, I've got some really cute things to show you. As you can see, today was a bit of a windy day. The wind was against us, but if you've never been to Ouseburn before, it's basically a valley sort of in between Newcastle city centre and Byker. It's an absolutely gorgeous place with loads of wildlife. It's a lovely place to walk around and there's lots of lovely small businesses here as well. But I've specifically come to head to the Find on Lime Street. The Find's quite a new shop actually. I don't think it's been there very long. If you love antiques and you love locally made jewellery and homeware and little odds and ends, this is the perfect shop for you. This was actually the first time I had ever been to the Find. I'd followed them on Instagram for a while, so I sort of knew what they were about. I knew there was loads of like locally made things in there. And honestly, there was just so many gorgeous little gifts and lots of things that I could happily take home to make my flat look lush. Like I say, there was a really nice mix of antique stuff and newly made stuff. I could have looked around for ages. And does anyone remember these? I distinctly remember my grandma having those wooden gazelle things in her house. But this is Sophie. This is who I've come to see today. Sophie owns Sofaria Jewellery. She makes her own gorgeous range of jewellery and she also does permanent bracelets. I've wanted a permanent bracelet for ages. I've seen them online, but Sophie is the first person I've found to do them as a small local business. So I was absolutely buzzing when I found out about her. Once you've chosen a chain that you'd like, she'll size it up for you and then solder it onto your wrist. That's why they're called permanent bracelets. And then if you'd like, you can also choose a charm to go on it. I went for this tiny little diamante because I thought it was so sweet and just gives it a little something extra. You do have to wear these goggles because when she's doing the soldering here, there is like a little flash, so flash warning. But yeah, I absolutely loved this experience and Sophie was so nice and she had so much attention to detail. I decided to go for a silver chain, but she does do gold ones as well in different styles, so you can pick which is your favourite chain, and then if you'd like to, you can get a charm or not, but I went for a tiny little charm. What an absolutely perfect start to the day. Afterwards, I popped literally just across the road to go to Ouseburn Farm. Ouseburn Farm is one of my most favourite places in Newcastle. They're a local charity I've supported for the last few years now. They're a community farm. Anyone can go there and visit the farm and the animals for free. They're a full-time care farm and they work with loads of different people in the community, especially adults with additional needs, to help them learn new skills and build their confidence. They also put loads of different events on, especially during kids' holidays, including goat walking. Now, if you follow me on either TikTok or Instagram, you might have seen my goat walking video that went viral. These guys got famous. This is Jerome, Robbie and Sunny, and they have got no idea how famous they are on the internet right now. And since I made that video, the farm has been absolutely inundated with goat walking requests, people signing up for their newsletters, people signing up for the new half-term events that just got released. Those got snapped up within a day and I just think that's absolutely amazing. Like I say, they're a small local charity. They do loads of good stuff in the community. So thank you so much to everyone that watched that video and then decided to support the farm. That just makes me so happy. There's also been some more news at Ouseburn. Apparently, wild otters have been seen in the burn. I was desperately looking for them because they'd been seen the day before I filmed this, but unfortunately, I didn't see any otters, but I did see some swans and ducks. And I had to pop into one of Newcastle's favourite bakeries for lunch before I headed home. This is Northern Rye. As you can see, it's really popular. They make incredible breads and pastries. So I picked up a couple of sandwiches, one for me, one for my boyfriend so I could take them home. And honestly, I could spend so much money in that bakery because their cakes are unreal. Andy was absolutely buzzing when I came through the door with these. Their sandwiches are gorgeous. Hello again. So that was my morning in Ouseburn. Me and Andy have just been chilling in the house through the day. It's very, very wintry and getting really cold, but we are going back out tonight. I'm going back to Ouseburn. Andy's coming with us because we've got tickets booked for a really interesting event. I didn't even know this was a thing, but we've booked tickets. People from Newcastle might have heard of the Victoria tunnels. Basically, it's tunnels that run under Newcastle city centre, and they start at Ouseburn, and go all the way up to where the Hancock Museum is, I think, so, or the old Hancock Museum. It's now called the Museum of the North. But yeah, they're basically underground tunnels under the city, and they're hosting an event there tonight called Sound of the Underground, where basically there's going to be live music, playing the music from Studio Ghibli films, and we absolutely love Studio Ghibli, and I think our favourite Studio Ghibli films have to be Spirited Away and Totoro, maybe. I really like Ponyo as well, so really excited for this. It's going to be very cold, so we've got to dress up warm. We've been told not to bring bags or any food or drink, so I'm excited. So yeah, going to see live music in an underground tunnel. And because we weren't allowed to take any snacks with us into the tunnel, we decided to stop for a slice of pizza at Ice Cream for Pizza on the Quayside. If you love good pizza, I have to recommend this place. Their slices are amazing. They've got the original Scream for Pizza, which is in Sandyford, and this is their smaller shop on the Quayside. They've got a couple of seats indoors, but quite often you do have to take them away, but honestly, they are worth it. They also do some amazing milkshakes and ice cream, but as tonight is freezing, it didn't seem like the best option. Look how big the slices are. That is literally the size of my head. And this was us arriving at the Victoria Tunnel. I didn't realise before we got there, but we had to put a hard hat on, and we were led down into the tunnel by a volunteer. It was only lit by candlelight, so as you can imagine, it was quite dark. It's a really long and narrow cave, but let me show you what the music was like. The music was absolutely beautiful. I will say this is maybe not the best environment for anyone that's claustrophobic, if I'm honest, but what a totally different event to go to. I loved it. And thank you so much for watching this vlog. I really, really appreciate it. If you love Newcastle, if you're passionate about the North East, if you just like listening to a Geordie girl talk nonsense, then please give me a follow. I would absolutely love to have you here.